right, and here's a look at Mastermind Creations reformatted R-40 Jaguar, their version of More Than Meets the Eye Ravage. I was going to say Lost Light Ravage, but didn't make it that far. But yeah, here he is. You get his bio card and instruction manual. You also get some extra bits for Tyrantron, who I don't have anymore, but you get another solid Voss cannon in a kind of a darker gray this time instead of the purple, with the folding tripod and the folding screen here and the removable scope. Also, you can swap out this handle that fits in the rails with one that'll fit like 5mm posts. You also get arm fillers for Tyrantron. They are curved here, so when you put them in, to pop them back out, you just kind of push on one edge, and that curve will allow you to pop it back out. So you can use them to fill the arms on Tyrantron or pop them out if you wish. You get an empty helmet because you also get a replacement head with some hinges on it, so you can open up his head like a star. So you can replicate the scenes where he takes his helmet off and folds it out. Also, forgive my fingers, I've been trying to get them off, but I've got some adhesive on them from doing some work on some custom dividers for my Marvel Champions game, which is a really fun game if you want to get into it. It's Marvel superheroes, it's a card game, it's a living card game, which means you can buy hero packs as they come out, but you don't have to, it's not like Magic where you have to keep collecting rare cards. Like, you buy a pack, you know what you're getting. If you don't have your core set, but a friend does, you just buy a pack. Like, say you want to play Captain America, you spend $15, buy Captain America's deck, and you can play. It's a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of good time with it. If you played the Arkham Horror card game, which I've also gotten into, it's a lot like that, but with Marvel superheroes. Anyway, enough about what else I've been doing hobby-wise over the course of the day. Here is reformatted Jaguar, their Ravage, and just real quick, right off the bat here in alt mode, or in cat mode, there he is with the remix, Ocular Max Remix Jaguar. So just to give you an idea, this one turns into a tape, this one turns into more of a Beast Wars Ravage-esque robot mode, but of comparable size. This one's all plastic, this one does have some die cast in it. But yeah, he's posable. I mean, it's if you had the DJD Pet set that came with nickel, it's more or less the same mold with a few minor changes to it. You got the different weapons. It does have a ball jointed tail, so it's a really nice posable tail, but the same posability in the hips and legs, the ball joints and stuff. He does have the ability, if you've read the comics, to replicate his fate there, with a little damage bit coming out. And that's the ball joint for the waist as well. Very simple transformation. Just go ahead and pop these little pistols off the back of the hip guns. Put those off to the side. And then you just kind of stand them up. You can have the missiles face forward. You can rotate them down. You can take them off if you don't want them on there. But you just extend the leg, rotate the calf around, rotate the foot back around, and flip out the heel for each leg. You just have toe posability there. But yeah, bring the leg down, rotate the calf, rotate the foot, and flip out the heel. Just like that. Bring the arms down. I'll rotate this down again. And then you just lift up the paw, flip it around, and then it tabs in, fold it up and tab it into the back of the arm like that. Exposes the hand there. And then for the head, you just lift this, kind of fold his head down, lift this up. There's a hinge here. You want to pull this up and out like that and fold his head forward. And then you can fold this piece back up as kind of the back of his neck piece there. His mouth does open and close, and his head's on a ball joint. And then you can fold his tail up along his back here. And just straighten the feet out so they're flat. And he stands. And there he is. And he's, like I said, he's got the ball joint at the neck. He's got ball joints at the shoulder, or actually dual swivels at the shoulders, and then the inner piece there. Bicep swivel, dual hinged elbows. He's got a ball joint at the wrist. He does pop apart, as we mentioned. He's got a ball joint at the waist as well. He does have an ab crunch here. You can see where the little screw is right here. And then the ball joint here at the connection point, so he can wiggle around. Dual hinge hips, thigh swivel right there, dual hinge knees, calf swivel, ball joints at the feet, and then the toe and the heel can pose independently. So very solid, very stable, posable Jaguar here. And then the small pistols, there's a small little tab right there. Like this big square tab is what pegs into the back of the waist missile. And I guess you could peg them on there if you just want to have them as hip-mounted guns. And there's a small little tab here that just fits right in his hand. And you can give him little dual kind of spy pistols here. Come on, there we go. So he can shout Decepticons forever and do all of that good stuff. Actually, real quick, that makes a really good size comparison now that I think about it. So the scale's a little off, but here he is with Transmetal Beast Wars Megatron. And again, Megatron should be larger in comparison to him, but to give you an idea about how big he is. And again, real quick, here he is with Ocular Max Remix, so you can see about how he changes from his Jaguar mode. A neat figure, very posable. Again, he didn't transform into this humanoid robot in the comics, but there it is anyway. Reformatted from MMC R-40 Jaguar.